the first social network for brains. Would you join? Welcome back to HiveMind, the dawn of telepathic humanity. I'm Adeline Atlas, 11 times published author, and today we're stepping into the most seductive and dangerous development yet, a literal social network for brains. Not a metaphor, not a future fantasy. This is already being built. Startups like Neurable, OpenBCI, and others backed by Silicon Valley giants are preparing for the next wave of connection, where the mind itself becomes the interface, and your inner thoughts are as shareable as selfies. No keyboard, no camera, no filter, just pure brain-to-brain broadcasting. Think of it as Facebook meets Neuralink. Only instead of posting a thought, you just think it, and someone else receives it. No need to write, no need to speak. Your internal state becomes part of the feed. That's the pitch. Radical intimacy, pure expression, and total connection. But here's the question no one's asking. If your brain becomes a social profile, who else gets access? The prototypes are already here. Neurable's latest headset allows users to control apps with their thoughts, scrolling, selecting, interacting. It's being sold as a productivity tool. Imagine writing emails, browsing your calendar, or gaming without lifting a finger. But the long-term roadmap is clear. These devices are being trained to read not just attention and focus, but emotion, memory, desire. In beta tests, some users report triggering actions just by feeling an intent, not forming a conscious sentence, but simply experiencing a mood or urge. That's not navigation, that's exposure. Now imagine those signals being sent to others, not by mistake, but by design. This is what the next-gen social platforms are preparing for. Brain-to-brain status updates. Platforms where you don't write a caption, you simply share your internal state in real time. Happy? It pings out. Angry? It transmits. Lonely? You don't need to text someone, your emotional signal quietly reaches them. Algorithms tuned to neural frequencies curate your mind feed, showing you people, ads, or experiences that match your brain's current state. It sounds like hyper-personalized connection, but it's actually mental submission. Because once your brain is the interface, your privacy is gone. Right now, when you post online, you still maintain a delay. You edit. You pause. You decide what to show. But in a brain-based network, thought is the post. There's no buffer. No moment of reconsideration. That crush you were trying to forget? That insecurity you've buried for years? That instinct you hoped would pass? All of it can be tracked, interpreted, and in some cases, shared. The deeper issue is that emotional data is profitable. Social media already monetizes attention and engagement. But neural platforms will monetize your feeling. Sadness becomes a market segment. Longing becomes a subscription funnel. Fear becomes a trigger for security products. If advertisers can access your brain's live emotional pulse, they no longer need to persuade you. They just insert the impulse directly. And yes, it's already happening. In early 2025, a leaked investor deck from a stealth mode brain tech company revealed the phrase adaptive emotional injection as a future product line. The idea? Delivering micro-emotions, subtle nudges, through wearable brain tech to shift consumer behavior. A burst of nostalgia before a travel ad. A pang of guilt before a donation ask. A warm surge before a brand logo. These aren't ads. They're feelings as persuasion. And once the delivery system is your own nervous system, there's no firewall left. Let's go deeper. What happens to memory in a brain-based social network? Already, research is underway to allow memory tagging, creating mental bookmarks that could be shared or replayed. In theory, this would let you share a perfect recollection of a vacation, a concert, a conversation. You wouldn't have to describe the moment. You could simply let someone experience it through your neural data. Sounds like magic, but consider the flip side. If memories can be shared, they can be edited. If emotions can be posted, they can be suppressed. If thoughts can be uploaded, they can be downloaded, without full awareness of whether what you're receiving is truth, influence, or manipulation. And then there's the matter of identity. Social media already blurs the line between who we are and how we present ourselves. But in a brain-linked network, you don't just curate your image, you literally broadcast your internal reality. The pressure to feel a certain way will be immense. If happiness is rewarded, sadness will be hidden. If calmness gets more engagement, rage will be filtered out. Before long, people won't just fake their photos, they'll fake their thoughts. Or worse, they'll try to feel what the algorithm wants, just to belong. This is not science fiction. This is psychological conditioning delivered through neurological hardware. Some argue this tech will make us more empathetic, that we'll finally understand each other. But that's a romantic illusion. Empathy requires space, listening, misunderstanding, repair. When we know each other too well, too instantly, we stop seeing mystery and start seeing management. If every feeling is available in real time, we lose the right to hold something sacred. We lose the right to change our mind before someone sees the first version. And what about hacking? Once your brain is online, it becomes a target. If someone can hijack your feed, inject a false feeling, edit a memory, insert fear, even for a second, what damage could that do? Could you be manipulated into ending a relationship, confessing to a crime, changing your vote, sabotaging your future? And what happens when governments get involved, scanning citizens' thoughts for subversion or dissent? This is the future we're sleepwalking into. Not because we want it, but because we've been conditioned to want connection at any cost. So let me ask you directly, would you join? Would you link your brain to a network that promises perfect communication, instant understanding, and total exposure? Would you trade your last sanctuary, your private thoughts, for a more authentic experience of others? Would you let the feed into your feelings? Would you post your pain in real time? Would you accept the joy of a stranger as your own and trust that it was real? Because once we go there, there's no going back. The social network for brains will not have a logout button. It will be always on, always pulsing, always listening. And slowly, your thoughts will no longer feel like yours alone. They'll feel like echoes. So before you sign in, before you sync, ask yourself this: are you connecting or dissolving? Because in the hive, identity doesn't disappear all at once. It fades. Hi, I am Adeline Atlas, 11 times published author, and SOS, School of Soul has a brand new series, the AI and Future Technology series. Look, you know the world is changing. And no, it's not going back to normal. Normal is over, and what's coming next is beyond anything we were prepared for. The School of Soul, AI and Future Technology series includes 319 videos on 1. The Download Society, How Data Has Replaced Destiny. 2. Predictive Future. Your next moves aren't random, they're forecasted. 3. Social Credit Systems. The behavioral economy now governs access. 4. Hive Mind. Synthetic telepathy and collective algorithmic control. 5. Nanobots inside you. Medical, military, and programmable intrusions. 6. Grief Tech. AI-fueled digital resurrection and simulated comfort. 7. Uploading your mind, consciousness transfer, and data-based identity. 8. Deep fakes plus AI clones. The replication of reality and identity theft. 9. Quantum humans. The merger of biology with quantum systems. 10. Digital afterlife, where your data goes when you die. 11. Resurrection science, reviving life through synthetic methods. 12. Immortal science, the end of death as we know it. 13. Longevity science, gene editing, anti-aging, and bio-upgrades. 14. Designer babies, engineered perfection before birth. 15. Artificial wombs, birth decoupled from the female body. 16. 3D printing, printing organs, limbs, and even humans. 17. The humanoid era, the rise of synthetic beings among us. 18. Legacy humans, the slow phase-out of unmodified analog people. 19. Smart cities, algorithmic environments that watch and decide. 20. Cloud-based societies, citizenship without borders or bodies. 21. Hackable humans, emotion, memory, and behavior under code. 22. Biometric scanning, your body is your password and your prison. 23. Sex tech, intimacy reprogrammed by machines. 24. Extinction of gender, fluidity, deletion, and design of identity. Every topic is fully explored with real-world technologies, patents, case studies, ethical analysis, and future forecasts. These aren't someday discussions. This is already happening. Join the SOS School of Soul Vault to overstand the future before it's implemented on you.